Hello everybody. So good evening, and me and Pallavi have finally managed to converge back to Chandigarh, and we are at the famous Sukhna Lake of Chandigarh. I'll just swerve out of the way for you to have a look.
He's gonna fall.
This is the
Just be
famous
careful.
Sukhna Lake of Chandigarh. It's my city, so I'm a bit nostalgic about it. This is the place we used to come to walk, chat. It's a place for romance and all of that.
Really?
Yeah,
Romance also
it's a very
here?
romantic place. Yeah. People come here and walk. The couples
Someone is not
walk here
answering
at
whether
night.
he did that romance over here, but
Some ages back. Yeah, okay. so, so Sukhna Lake is where we thought we'll speak about Punjab today because this is like we are in the capital again, Chandigarh, and tomorrow is the big day.
Yes.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Rahul Gandhi.
Finally,
Rahul Gandhi is going to announce the next CM face, and now I think it's very clear it will be a CM face.
It will be a CM.
It will be a CM face.
वो तो अभी on record भी बोल दिया हरीश चौधरी that that's what Rahul Gandhi is coming.
So there is going to be a CM face. Who it will be? Difficult to speculate. We don't want to speculate, though there's all kind of buzz today on who the CM face will be. Pallavi, what do you think?
Yes, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's very difficult to speculate. We wouldn't want to speculate. Of course, the odds seem to be in favor of Channi for the very obvious reasons. Navjot Singh Sidhu, when I spoke to him yesterday, didn't seem very confident. And midnight, I mean, late into the evening, another proposal was mooted. Why not have a rotation system?
Yeah.
And when I asked them this question, Chhattisgarh mein bhi to aapne ye suggest kiya tha, but we got nothing out of it. So they said, no. This time Rahul Gandhi will actually say it on stage, if he says it on stage, which means, it's an official word. I don't think it's going to solve the problem. This rotation thing doesn't work. I mean, you want this, you want a word, everything.
Then the first thing is who will become the CM first.
First, exactly.
Nobody wants to be the second because you never know what will happen when the second one's turn comes. And I think Channi is making more and more sense for the party now, especially after I think the ED raids against him, the nephew's arrest, victim card, and in a way, and especially I think Pallavi would also I'm gathering through whatever I travelled in Malwa. I think if a Dalit is made the CM face by the Congress, they expect a consolidation of Dalits in their favor. They expect a huge vote transfer of Dalits to the Congress for Channi. I think that is the main consideration. So be it his nephew's arrest, I think that is why Congress is completely backing him and praising it out, because I think Congress thinks, and on the ground also I felt this, many people saying that if it is Channi as CM face, Congress stands its best chance to come back to power again and stop what the AAP is trying to do, through its Parivartan chant in Punjab. I think that is the political sense which we are gathering from the ground, and I think the same the Congress is also saying.
And also, if you remember when Mayawati, I remember when she used to face those cases, I remember during the rally, she would often say that, they don't want a Dalit ki beti to wear diamonds.
Yeah.
It's a sense of entitlement. वो चाहते नहीं है कि मैं तरक्की करूँ, इसलिए they are all out for me. Channi at some point of time, if he's made the CM face, they actually end up saying that, play that victim card. And I'm sure the Congress party has already done that, and the Congress party will do it. But see, ignoring Sidhu is also not going to be completely easy, which is why I'm understanding why someone has mooted this proposal about a rotation. You want the best of both the worlds. But to answer the question whether it's going to solve the problems of the Congress party, I have my doubts. I think it's actually going to flare up the problems.
Yeah.
And I mean, I travel to the Majha area, which is also the Panthik area, which is also the Dil, religion and all of that. And there's never been, and I asked this question to Sidhu, there's never been a CM, barring in 1966, I'm told, there was a CM candidate from that area. Wahan pe more or less, I found the Congress is kind of intact, though the Akalis, that Bajithia factor, interesting, Aman, when I spoke to a lot of young people when I was leaving Amritsar today, they seem to be very fond of the factor of Bikram Majithia. You never know. And the fact that it's a lonely fight really for Sidhu. I don't find the party paraphernalia with him, no posters, no social media traction, all that is not taking place. His own friends, bhai, bhatija, all of them are the only ones who are helping him out.
See, I think Bikram Majithia, Pallavi, I think is highly misunderstood by Delhi media.
Yeah.
We are Delhi media, but generally we are saying that, Delhi media sees him as this villain of Punjab, the Chitta King or whatever, people call him in popular parlance. But Bikram Majithia remains a highly popular leader in the Amritsar region. He's won the Majithia seat repeatedly. His wife is also expected to win from there. And the political logic, whoever I have spoken to, says that Sidhu has a very tough fight against Bikram Majithia. And in fact, Sidhu has got tied in his seat. I think the luck of Sidhu is not favouring him anymore. Channi may have got maybe fighting from 2 seats, including one of his own seat, but Sidhu has really got tied into his seat.
And he's not been moving out of Amritsar East.
Yeah.
And as I told you that day before, when his wife was supposed to campaign for him, she didn't even turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, in the midst of elections, Sidhu goes off to Vaishno Devi for 2 days. Today also he's giving interviews there. He's doing a press conference all in Amritsar. A PCC chief is actually also expected to travel across the
and
state.
campaign across the
And
state.
also campaign. I mean, he's not doing that. Though, of course, I'm told that he's coming to Ludhiana tomorrow. But that's a different story. That's a different reason. But that's not what you're supposed
See,
to do.
Navjot Singh Sidhu Pallavi is a very emotional man. You've interviewed him, he is a man, and his emotions are no secret. So, if he's low on confidence, he just goes into his cocoon and his shell, as when Kapil with the thing had sacked him. We didn't hear from it for almost a year and a half. So, if Congress does not announce Sidhu as the CM face, I think Sidhu is going to go back in his shell. He's just going to focus on his own seat and not really care much about what happens else, because he clearly had this ambition which has not worked, and he will also, I think, feel a bit used that the Congress used him to get captain out and then really didn't give him his due. And I think the point you make about the Akalis also, I think nobody should rule out the Akalis from Punjab.
Even the last time round, they were not a wipeout. They held on. I mean, you spoken to the Badals and all.
So even in 2012, when the popular notion in Punjab was the governments never repeat themselves, the Badals came back against all odds. And yesterday I was speaking to Prakash Singh Badal and Sukhbir Singh Badal both, and they said that you guys are not focusing on us at all. You are saying we are down and out. You will be surprised by the result. See, the logic, I think, of the Badals, what I gathered from both the Badals is that when there is instability in the state, when there is instability like presently when the Congress is unstable, you don't know. AAP is a new factor, what they will bring, people really don't know. People tried to give them a chance last time, they didn't succeed, we got only 20 seats. So do people of Punjab go back to a stable party? Which is the Akali Dal, which is
I don't know how much of this whole hung assembly concept really works. People want stability, So if they feel that Congress cannot offer a stable government, why not even vote for the time and tested Akali?
Akalis, and also, Pallavi, I think from this time when I traveled in Malwa, I've also found that the anger against the Badals has gone down a lot. It is not the same as 2017 when there was a lot of anger over the sacrilege issue, there was a lot of anger over the drug issue. So 5 years out of power is a long time in politics, and I think people are a bit less angry with the Badals also. They don't hold so much animosity. Obviously, that image that corruption
a
image.
94-year-old Prakash Singh Badal, we can see those pictures.
I spoke to him yesterday. He was Prakash Singh Badal was very clear that हमारी ही पार्टी है जो पंजाबियों के लिए लड़ती है. हमने पंजाबियों के लिए बीजेपी तक से सपोर्ट विड्रॉ कर लिया. इनफैक्ट Akalis are going to suffer because the BJP is not with them in the urban areas, because the Akalis were never really gone into the urban areas for the vote. This time they will suffer, but they have chosen to take that risk because they feel that along with if they go alone in this election on the flank that they withdrew from the farm laws. I saw Prakash Singh Badal yesterday telling a few people that the सब तो बड़ा जड़ा sacrifice, सब तो बड़ा जड़ा sacrifice वो हरसिमरत कौर बादल ने किया कैबिनेट तो वापस अपना इस्तीफा देगी. So they are harping on this point again and that we are the party of the seats. So don't go for instability. He said आप कड़ी party इन्होंने तो पंजाब के सारे जिलियां का नाम भी नहीं पता होगा. If you ask them, they won't be able to recount entire districts of Punjab. So Prakash Singh Badal and Badal are very clearly saying the vote, and it's also a fact in Punjab, Pallavi. If you go to the ground and speak to reasonable people, they actually say that the real development in Punjab has happened due to Akali rule. The highways, everything has come, but the image of corruption stuck to them.
That because today when I was in Amritsar and I was talking to a lot of young people over there, it is very unfortunate when they were talking about the fact that, at 9 o'clock in the morning, I saw 3 young boys sitting on a bench outside the Golden Temple, and I asked them, what are you doing here? They said, we have nothing to do. There are no jobs, there are no development. And they told me that our MLA, jo Bhatinda se hai, and one of them was from Bhatinda, we are seeing him today after 5 years. They don't turn up. In a state like Punjab, where people think from outside, kitna rich state hai, and people are going abroad. They are going abroad because there's nothing to do here. There's a different kind of a migration which is taking place. And there's no development. If anyone who says that the drug issue has been solved, no, I'm sorry, it is not. There are maximum number of de-addiction and rehab centers in Amritsar, which itself tells the story. I asked this question also to Navjot Singh Sidhu when I was speaking to him yesterday, and he kept on saying, Majithia Chikta King hai, he's responsible, but your government was there.
You did nothing. What did you do?
Did nothing.
Yeah.
What did Amrinder do for that matter?
Yeah,
5.5. Yeah, these are the people I spoke to yesterday. It is pathetic. It is sad. They are from college. They are from, one of them is working. They took a break, and they have no hope.
See, Congress, Pallavi, I think has not just failed on the drug issue, it's also failed on the sacrilege issue. So we'll have the story up tomorrow on .com as well as on television on how the sacrilege families, the victims of those families, the police firing families, are saying they have not got any justice neither from Captain nor from Chennai. And the government has done nothing. No action was taken against the Badals, and the government was formed by the Congress in 2017, basically on these two plans. on drug abuse, on checking drug abuse, and on punishing the
And to
sacrilege
be
and
fair to
false
Sidhu,
victims.
kept on taking this point.
Sidhu
And
championed the cause. Yeah.
I'm very surprised yesterday when I asked him this question that you've taken on your own government. He said, "देखो 1.5 months में हम क्या करेंगे?"
Yeah.
But boss, you came with a whole thunder.
Yeah.
You said you're going to give the Punjab model. Now they're going to ask you this thing कि 1.5 महीने में तो तुम लोग कुछ भी नहीं कर पाए.
Exactly.
I mean, you
exactly.
may have done the Lal Dora and all of that, but that's not. These are two emotive issues.
Yes, on which action has not happened. So that is why I feel, and I think Pallavi will agree with me, that the Punjab election is a very difficult one to call.
Yeah.
Because it's a very complex election. It's a 5-cornered election. On many seats, the dynamics are different. In some belts, yes, AAP is strong. There is a sense of parivartan and change, and people speak about Jhadu wiping out the dirt
And
of
it is very
Punjab.
interesting that Sidhu himself in his interview conceded that.
That
He said there
AAP
are
stands
measures
for
of
change.
change. People
Yeah.
want change and AAP offers that change.
AAP
That's how
offers the
much
change.
he stopped there.
Yeah.
But he also understands that, people may actually want that change and who knows where it goes.
Where the change goes. Does the change go to turn the clock back to the Akalis? Does
Or
the
it
change
goes to
stay
the
with
AAP?
Channi? Because if Congress announces him as CM, people see him as a change from the 4.5 years captain, or the change goes all the way to AAP. So, this is something I think which, and elections are over decided in the last 2 weeks. So, we will stop there and
But tomorrow's a big day.
let you enjoy this beautiful Sukhna Lake sunset view.
Yeah, while we both are trying not to fall into
Yeah.
the river.
So,
or no, the lake.
yeah.
You can swim, I can't.
There's a beautiful Sukhna Lake. A lot of development has also happened here. I happened to come here after a long time and, spent my larger part of my youth here in Chandigarh. So, a lot of improvement here in Sukhna Lake. Please, if you come to Chandigarh, do visit the Sukhna Lake. Thank you so much for joining us from Chandigarh.
And tomorrow we are back.
And tomorrow we are back
Tomorrow's going
since
to be the
morning.
big day. We are going to get you all those details. Same time tomorrow.
Yes.
Do watch us all our reports. This out there on News18.com on television as well, and give us your reactions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying not to follow.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you, Aman. See you again.